Hello and welcome to another Warcraft the audio commentary. This is Game 3 for WLW in the best of 3 series between Kenshin spawning in as the blue human on the left side of the map for, well, this is Echo Isles, and he is against Zhouxixi spawning in as the red night elf on the right side of the map. Indeed, we're going to be seeing an Ancient of War creep on the mercenary camp, and we're going to be seeing a late hero that is a tavern hero build right there. And we saw Beastmaster last game, so if you want to check out game 2, it's always up here. It might be gone by now, but there's an annotation right there, and if you want, there's always one at the end as well. Why not? Yeah, so yeah, and this is, I have no idea what I'm talking about, yeah, so. But anyway, we have a militia scout, coming over here to scout out and see, will he be going for a altar hero or a tavern hero? That's a lot of difference in play styles, of course, when you have a warden first versus, say, a dark ranger first, and this is a very much a dark ranger map, so that's probably what we're going to be seeing. Dark ranger from here, creep over here, maybe creep out this, build up a couple of skeletons while you pump out some archers, and then creep out this with your Ancient of War. Then you can come down here, you can expand if you want to, or you can creep out these are of course very easy creeps to creep with your murlocs. They're Murlocs. So let me show. I can just show you. I don't know why. Yeah, there you go. So it's very low HP units. They turn into skeletons pretty easily. If you don't know what a Dark Ranger does, it has Black Arrow. Black Arrow means that if you attack a unit with Black Arrow and you kill it while it's under the effects of Black Arrow, then it turns into a skeleton that you therefore control in the afterlife, and doesn't leave a skeleton behind because, of course, you're controlling it. So there you have it. And of course, every level gets stronger and adds more damage. At level 3, it does like plus 20 damage, which is pretty much a lot of damage. At level 1, I believe it's 5, and then 10, then 20. Yeah. Anyway, so. And that is all that good information. I'm going to see a militia creep coming up here to creep out the green camp for Kenshin. And he knows most likely it's going to be a Dark Ranger. I don't know if he scouted the Dark Ranger just yet, but he has a Scout Footman right down here. And this is going to tell him everything he needs to know. Mainly just the timing of this Ancient of War creep tells him everything he needs to know. Because if it was a Beastmaster, chances are he would immediately go for this camp. And if it's a Dark Ranger, he's probably going to go for this camp first. As you can see, it says, it's probably a Dark Ranger then. And now you can see that he's going to go ahead and go for a second wisp. He's already killed one, and just going to go ahead and hit that with that peasant. Why not? And chase it around the map a little bit. Still having enough time to come down here and just wait before this happens. Here it comes. Going to go ahead and see this has happened. Going to come over here and try to steal the Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Indeed, he's going to be able to, taking a purge on the footman. Not a big deal. But with this, he can be very powerful. He can go ahead and cast Abolish Magic on those little guys, little lesser dark minions. Will he go for that? Get still some experience. There it is, stealing some experience, distracting the army a little bit, making it a little bit better for himself going on into the future, picking up a little bit of experience on that Archmage just from that. He's level 2 now, so it's not a big deal. Working on level 3, a Parapet of Vitality has been picked up for the Dark Ranger, picking up to a 750 HP at level 2, which is quite a bit with 5 armor for a ranged hero. Of course, he is an agility-based hero, which makes him quite powerful, but getting HP is always good. Now, of course, we have over here that there's going to be going for the militia creep. It looks like both players going for their natural gold mines. Will we see an expansion? Here it is. Zhouxixi has already begun putting up his Tree of Life right here. This is a very standard place to put it. This allows you to place it right there, creep this out, and then come down there with your Tree of Life, walk it down pretty easily. It's not too far. And there it is, a Footman and a Forest Troll Shadow Priest just doing some harass. Going to take one whack from that Ancient of War and back off, saying that dog can bark and bite. Yeah, so over here we can see these militia will go ahead and put up the expansion. Now we do have a Scout Wisp right down here. Of course, this just gives a little bit of information about this pathway on the map. It's pretty much a useless pathway except to sneak through. And so if you have a Wisp right there, you can prevent the only thing that path is really good for, which is sneaking. I guess it technically, no, that's really the only thing that's good for. Now over here we can see that the Archmage knows about this expansion. He knows this is a standard place to put it, and he knows he's on his way to come over here and try to kill it. Not going to happen though, because the entire army from Zhouxixi is right here waiting, and of course Dark Ranger is very good against Footmen, because every time he kills one, he gets another, basically a Footman for him, and they're not quite as powerful as Footman at level 1, but he is now level 2, and at level 2 they're very close in power to the Footman. I believe these are still level 1 ones, so we'll see once we see one of the level 2 ones come out. We can compare the stats, because off the top of my head I don't remember them, but we'll probably see that happening very shortly from right here. As you can see, he's moving down here to go ahead and pop this out and just go pull it. And then it looks like we're not actually going to see him being able to creep that, because once again, Kenshin being very powerful, or being very, very aggressive, I mean, coming over here and they're going to just run through this army and not lose anything. But he will take a bit of damage on 2 footmen, which could be an issue. And you can see a Hunter's Hall has gone up right here, so it's about to finish for Zhouxixi, indeed, Zhouxixi. And just killing one of those wisps. I think it was detonated, in fact. Not giving any experience to the Archmage. That's how you want to do it. And probably going to see this footman go down. I mean, as you can see, he's very close. No. Wow, 55 HP, barely. Oh, nope. Gonna get it one more time. If he gets one more hit in from that Dark Ranger, he will go down. Certainly. Not gonna happen. Nice blocking on the Dark Ranger by the Archmage. As you can see, that Dark Ranger is a very fast hero. Over here we can see that now the footmen are going to try to fight these ranged creeps. Not going to be a big of, well, ranged creeps, ranged archers as well as mercenaries. Not a huge issue for him to fight those, or defended footmen to fight those, simply because they have defend, which makes it very hard to kill them. And you can see that Archmage still taking a lot of damage. As you can see, that Tree of Life is currently up, and Zhouxixi's done a really good job preventing it from being canceled. And of course, it's just sat there blocking that Archmage for a good 5 seconds, which is kind of comical. But hey. There you have another. It looks like a water elemental. Just this is what's it called? It just it ran out of time, so it's gone. We can see a second hero has been picked up now for Zhouxixi, a panda. In fact, panda is a very powerful hero as well against footmen. It's very powerful against buildings. Very powerful against siege tanks and flying machines and all sorts of other stuff. So we'll see what exactly Kenshin will do. Kenshin is now working on his tier 2 tech, of course. With Panda out, that does mean that Zhouxixi is already tier 2. And you can see that this part in the middle of the map, we have a wisp being chased by a footman. Up at the top part of the map, we can see nothing really much is going on. We can see in the middle part of the map on Zhouxixi's side, he's trying to get Ancient of Lures up, but four footmen are trying to cancel it. Will he lose a footman? He's probably going to lose a footman to cancel this. We'll see if he does. Nope, going to micro it away. We're going to cancel the lure. Better than losing your wisp by not canceling it. And there he is, going to immediately rebuild that lure right there, knowing that he just needs to get it up if he can. Up at the top of the map, we can see that Kenshin's Archmage now has ran into the base, trying to cause some problems. And will we see a Breath of Fire to kill that footman? It's a possibility. That panda isn't going to reach it walking. It looks like it's just going to come back over this way, as we can see, and the Archmage taking some damage from that Dark Ranger. Here we do see a Forest Troll Berserker also being picked up. Of course, I think those are already picked up, but yeah. And now you can see those 3 footmen are trying to cancel the lure. Will that actually happen? Probably not. 3 footmen's not going to be enough, and that's going to go down. And here is our level 2 Dark Minions. 290 HP, 15 to 17 damage, and they attack slow. Compare that to footmen. With footmen attack fast, 12 to 13 damage, 2 armor, 420 life. These guys have 0 armor. So as you can see, they're about the same in terms of damage. Footmen slightly more tanky. A lot more tanky actually versus range, but if you're versing footmen, it doesn't really matter because, you know, whatever. And of course, these only take extra damage from magic attack, and these only take extra damage from magic attack. So in that regard, their armor type is the same, heavy armor for either case. Up here we can see that Wisp taking some damage from a footman. I mean, all over the map. The fights we've been watching between Zhouxixi and Kenshin have been all over the map all the time. As you can see up there, we have in that base a footman and a Dark Ranger. Down here, you can see an Archmage, a footman, and a Dryad, 3 archers, a panda, a Forest Troll Berserker, as well as a Forest Troll Shadow Priest. And that one's just going to go down. Just saying, you know what, I'm going to defend. I'm going to just cause a little bit more damage before I die. And he did just reflect like 3 or 4 attacks right there. Pretty nice. Well, we see this footman going down. It looks like he might die to this Dark Ranger. Dark Ranger very fast. Indeed, there he goes. And there it is. Presto, a second dark minion for him to control. Now you can see this water elemental has been summoned to cause a bit of a distraction, but it's just going to go down, and he's going to try to deny it. Looks like it's not going to happen. As you can see, quite a bit of a jump in experience right there, picking off that water elemental. And here comes an Ancient of War to go ahead and tank this creep. Do a little bit of additional damage. Why not? Even when you do have Dark Minions that can tank, using a building to tank's not a bad idea. Of course, it's going to stop it from getting the experience of if the Ancient of War gets the last hit on a creep, then no experience is gained. So trying to stop that. Of course, you can see level 2 has now been picked up by the panda, picking up a Wand of Illusion and a Scroll of Healing. Will he sell the Wand of Illusion? Hopefully not, because it's a very powerful item. Going to just pick up a second Scroll of Healing and a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Up here at the top part of the map, you can see nothing going on. I thought that was a unit. No, that is a farm. I forgot about that. Of course, we can see there are 3 Arcane Towers up. You need to have those up because if otherwise, oh no, the Archmage is actually taking a ton of damage. Might be forced to TP right here as he's being blocked by a Forest Troll Shadow Priest, and indeed that's what's going to happen. Of course, with these Arcane Towers is very important to have in this sort of a situation when you're versus a Dark Ranger. The Archmage in a bit of a bad spot. Not going to be a big issue because the Night Elf decided to come up here and creep rather than come down here and try to kill that Archmage. But as you can see, this is why those Arcane Towers are so powerful. They're very good against Dark Minions, against summons, skeletons, etc. and now I can see he's going to go ahead and pick up a Scroll Regeneration. There it is, use that, and that's going to allow him to heal up. Of course, we do have Zhouxixi right outside of his base with a level 2 panda, 2 scrolls of healing, 3 wands of illusion, and a dark ranger who's also level 3, and he has actually a claws of attack +6 and a pair of vitality, so that's going to be very powerful for him. And both players, of course, mining on 2 bases right now. That's all this map really has to offer, is 2 bases. And in this sort of situation, the longer the game goes, who benefits from a long game? I would probably say the Night Elf player, because he does have charm on that Dark Ranger. A level 6 Dark Ranger has charm. Charm is such a good ability. It allows you to steal units, and on this map, that's a powerful thing because there's only 2 gold mines for each player, and if those gold mines run out and you're sitting there not fighting and just charming units every time the cooldown's down, that's going to be a very, very large pain to deal with. Of course, you just charm it and you staff it and you just keep running. So if you get into a bad spot, the Dark Ranger really has a lot of good late game utility on this map. Of course, that does mean he wants to creep as much experience as possible, but with a panda second, the panda also needs experience, so the panda's going to go for level 3 first, and then you can work on getting that Dark Ranger level 6, but then you probably still want to get the panda 5, because going from 5 to 6 on the Dark Ranger takes quite some time regardless, so hey. But not going to get a Tome of Experience from this creep. Picking up a Tome of Agility, it's 2 agility to that panda. Of course, there's an Ancient of War right here. And here we can see Kenshin just hopping down some guard towers, because why not? Again, with the nature of this map, there only being 4 gold mines on it, you know that you can go ahead and try to take an aggressive position right here. And if you have towers right here, and you can work on getting towers up to here, if you can win the fights, then you can just have non-stop harass access to that gold mine, and you can potentially win the game just from that. Gonna go ahead and eat a Storm Bolt on that panda's illusion. So that panda being very effective, and Zhouxixi microing these pandas in a way that makes it look like they're both fake actually at this point, but not going to actually be the case because he did Breath of Fire on this guy. Here comes the second Breath of Fire, really nice play. So if Kenshin wasn't paying attention, he might have been confused, but by now he's definitely not. And this fight is underway. A lot of footmen versus 3 bears and some mercs and dryads. Will we see this going underway for trying to kill these towers? Actually, going to go work for it. Not going to kill it. With that archer, and it looks like there's a druid to the claw back there in bear form, but that's just going to go down, die, it does. And this fight being a little bit hectic with these 2 pandas being very effective. Did we just hear an Archmage die? We just heard the Archmage go down. I'm not sure that he was that close, but I guess he is. Of course, you can see a rejuvenation being cast on the Dryad in the back. There's a mortar team just doing a bit of damage onto this merc. Could be doing more damage right here, I think, to the Dryad, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. There's 2 more. Does it? I mean, I'm not sure. Yeah, because this thing takes reduced damage from mortar teams. Sorry, I just had to read that really quickly. And yeah, so there we have it. Now it looks like that panda, it looks like Zhouxixi is gonna force this fight to be backed off. Kenshin now not in the greatest spot, or is he? Well, it's not the worst spot either. It depends on if this Mountain King can get a good kill here on this bears or something. We might just see Zhouxixi just being very aggressive though. A nice silence. Will he lose his Mountain King? Hopefully not. And there's the good game from Kenshin. Unfortunately, he was just losing units left and right, and those powerful Night Elf heroes, the Dark Ranger and the Panda, not technically Night Elf heroes, but the heroes that the Night Elf had, just getting more and more stronger, and he was going to be able to do quite a powerful push on to Kenshin's expansion, so Kenshin said good game. So that's good game. That's game 3. If you want to watch game 2, click right there, and there you have it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this game series. It's WLW, so I've been doing a lot of WLW. I like WLW games a lot so far, and I think a lot of other people do too. So you expect more WLW games in the future, and I'll see you guys next time.